So we're gonna go for this, knowing they're gonna evasive, and knowing we're gonna get punished. Then we're just gonna take everything until we get a combo like this. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and mess it all up. Let me go for this, maybe. Oh, this might work. Oh! That's actually really lucky, because I messed it up terribly. Holy! Alright, GG's. Alright, so today we are doing Hybrid Chaos. Hybrid Chaos does a ton of damage. It has a lot of, like, really high damage move confirms and stuff. And just overall, its damage output is really, really crazy. You can see this is going to do a ton of damage. It's only hitting that NPC and it did 2400 damage, so yeah, it's really, really good. The stats are 190 strength, 190 vitality, and 190 spirit. And then for the accessories, we have Inversed Ancient's Cloak with Sniper, Mongol's Mask with Strength Resistance. We have Oni Shoulder Pad, Ancient Shoulder Armor with Strength Resistance, Yuach's Divine Outfit with Sniper, and Vasto Egg with Sniper as well. And then for our gems, we have Despair on Chaos Blaster, Spirit on Flash Mirage, Prodigy on Chaos Energy, Icar on Ferocity, Reap on Cycle of Destruction, Icar on Riodon, and yeah, that's it. So let's get into ranked. I'm actually really excited to use this build because it has like just so many move confirms, and the moves do a ton of damage on this. Like, it's actually kind of ridiculous how much they do. But today I'm using Claws because that's what's on this account. I've never used Claws before, but so far they actually feel pretty good. Alright, nice, we got his evasive out, so we're gonna go for this. And just, I don't know why that didn't work actually, but that's okay. We'll go for this after. And then I think Riodon works off of this as well. And yeah, that Riodon does like 600 damage on its own almost, because if you don't know, Riodon is dual scaling. So when you have dual scaling moves on a hybrid build, they just do an insane amount of damage. We're gonna go for this. It's not gonna hit, but we don't really need to be worried about wasting that right now. Alright, nice. And he is going to be dead in a second here. Faint, maybe. Nice. Yeah, the claws actually feel a lot better than I thought they would. A lot of times when you have 6M1 weapons, like, they have like no stun on them. These kind of feel like they have a decent amount. The one thing you do have to like really think about when you're playing this build, I guess, is pretty much all of your moves are punishable. Your extender is really the only one that isn't. So you have to evasive bait a lot, which can, you know, be difficult if your opponent just decides they don't want to use it. Let's see if we can. Nice. Alright, so I think here we're gonna go for nothing because he evasived. Let me see if I can get an uppercut here maybe or something. Let's just go for our mode actually. No point in waiting for it. And in mode we have our normal sword, so that's kind of good. I don't know. Oh, alright. GG's. Alright, so we didn't get to do it because I think the guy, I guess he crashed. But we were going to go for the alt confirms, which you can actually one-shot somebody with this element. This is the only element in the game that has a true one-shot combo. Alright, nice. We got his evasive out. So we're going to go for... Oh, nice. Alright, we're going to go for this, and then we're going to go... Oh, no, I messed it up. So you can do 6M1s, I guess, on this into Riodon as long as it's after the extender. But since I have 6M1s and I went and did 5 instead, because that's what I'm used to, it didn't work. You could also, I could have also just gone, you know, like Ferocity or something, or this move, and it would have worked as well. Chaos Blaster. Let's see if we can maybe get an uppercut off of that. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so he has no evasive, and we have Garicera, which does, I think, like 400 damage on its own on this build. So it's really, really good. Let's go for... Oh. We'll evasive here, and then we'll punish. We know he's going to evasive, so... We don't have to worry about much. And then we're gonna go for... I'm actually gonna raw this, just because I feel like it'll work. And then we'll go for Riodon to kill him. And yeah, his damage output is really, really good. I'm gonna pop mode even though I'm not super low, just because I want to, you know, get his evasive out early and maybe confirm the ultimate. So let's see if we can get it. Nice, okay, that's a good start. That's a really good start. Alright, we'll get some air time. We don't have Chaos Blaster off cooldown here, but it will come back maybe in time. Oh, I completely missed. Okay. Oh well. I should have just gone for the ultimate. I think when you're that high up, like the fall time from Ferocity is actually probably enough to make it true, but I don't know for sure. Alright, let's go for it here. So there we go. Didn't right that time, and yeah, it's like 1,000 damage on its own. So it's a lot of damage. It's a really, really good build. I think the only thing I would maybe change, and this is just like a maybe, but you could probably get away with like taking out like a Gare for something like, I know it doesn't sound smart because, you know, it's a hybrid build, but something even like I guess Sakotsu would be good. Just because Sakotsu is like a move you can use and it's not going to like get you punished for using it off of M1s. And yeah, it's not going to do a ton of damage, but it's just a really free move to hit. And you have a bunch of really high damage moves already, so you don't really need to worry about your damage output like that. Alright, we're going to actually be just fine here. Nice. I'm going to wait a second and then go for this, and then I'm going to go right into Riodon. And I think that's going to kill him, yeah. GG's. Alright, got another match. Let's go straight for our evasive bait. Also, I just realized you can't switch out Agari for Sakotsu because Riodon is a legendary skill, and you can only have one legendary skill. That kept him in the air for longer than I thought it would have. Alright, let me actually get my Chaos Energy gun, because it gives a really big damage buff, and like just overall buff to your stats. Oh god! Oh my gosh! I'm actually fumbling because of these weapons. I was meant to do 6 M1s there. I only did 5. Go for a feint maybe. Go for this. We are gonna get punished, but that's okay, because we're just gonna evasive and then we're gonna feint. And then mess up again. That's okay though. These M1s are throwing me off, but they do actually. I feel like they're better than Dagger. Dagger also has 6 M1s, but these just feel like, I don't know, they feel like they have more stun. For some reason, they also just like feel smoother. So I feel like if I got used to these weapons, it'd actually be better than just normal sword, but I'm not gonna have time really to get used to them in this video. Alright, we're gonna go for that, even though... Alright, let me just PB here, that's good. Go for a feint. Go for an uppercut. Then we'll go for a Gare. And he's dead. His damage. The main thing about this build, you're not like super tanky. Oh, GG's. Alright, we're fighting an Escudo. But like I was saying, you're not super tanky on this build. I actually kind of glassy. You're not super glassy, but you're like kind of glassy, I guess. But your damage output is really, really, really high. Just about every move on this is like a super high damage move, and it just everything kind of works because there's so many confirms for it. Normally the problem with Chaos, especially, is more of a Spirit Chaos problem, more than like a Strength Chaos problem. But a lot of the times, like, you're reliant on a couple of moves, and it isn't good that you are, because then you use one move and then you can't do your combo with the rest of your moves. But this build doesn't have that problem really. This is like just everything just kind of flows, everything does a ton of damage, and it just works out really, really nicely. Again, I think I said it earlier, but the only like actual problem is that it has a lot of punishable moves. So like, I can't use Agare here, because if I use Agare here, they're just going to evasive it and then perfect block it. So I can't do it. Like I just can't use it, or I'm gonna get punished. So I just kind of got a M1 and hope they evasive. I can use my extender to evasive bait, but that's about it. So a lot of it's just, you gotta land a lot of M1s, you gotta be playing really well. I don't think I'm gonna get punished here. Okay, I did, but fortunately it worked out nicely. We'll just go for this, and yeah, they're dead. And I guess we'll just pop mode in a second. But yeah, just, that's the only problem. There's probably a move that you can put in instead of Agare. I feel like Agare is definitely the worst or least important move to this move set. So I don't know exactly what you'd replace it with, but maybe like lunge or something would be good, just to have a guard break, because it is kind of an M1 based build a little bit. Though in your mode you do have your E passive, which does some good damage and is trough M1s. I mean, it doesn't do a ton, but it does some damage. But we're gonna try and do the alt confirm here. So we're gonna go for this, knowing they're gonna evasive, and knowing we're gonna get punished. And then we're just gonna take everything until we get a combo like this. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and mess it all up. Let me go for this, maybe. Oh, this might work. Oh! That's actually really lucky, because I messed it up terribly. Holy... Alright, GG's.